As you guys know, EA released the full database of all of the players in FC24. FIFA 24. Okay, we're calling it FC 24. I need to get it into my brain. I've even got it in the bottom left corner, as you can see here. Now, today, as you've seen in the title, we're going to go through my personal top 10 signings to make. Young Players Edition. This is the players that I think you should be targeting in your career modes with, let's say, modest teams with a good amount of money to spend, but also some lower ranked teams and even the best teams. You can sign these players in any career mode and turn them into monsters. And in at number 10, we have Diomande. I've got pretty much a player from every position in my top 10, almost every position, because I think that's important. I could put 10 strikers in this, 10 wingers. They're all incredible, but we're going to balance this out. So if you're looking for a centre-back, Diomande might be a very good choice. Good pace, not insane pace, but good pace. But when you combine that with his physical, his defending, his dribbling as well, he is the modern centre-back. And I think he is absolutely worth looking into if you are looking for a cheap centre-back. He's playing for Sporting right now, and I've heard he could be on his way to Arsenal. Just saying. Let's move on to the next player. We have Bajcetic from Liverpool. Breakout season early on last season, and he looks like he could be another player that's kind of coming through into the Premier League, and he's going to be shining for Liverpool. Very, very good young player. 72 rated CDM. The non-rare card looks horrendous, doesn't it? But very, very well-rounded player. If you train his shooting, maybe convert him to a centre mid, that would help with his shooting and improve it quicker. But again, the combination of other stats, his dribbling is his best stat apparently, even though he's a DM, but he's got great defending, good physical, good pace. And I don't think he would cost too much. The only thing, and this is why he's 9th, is his wage might be quite high. We'll go in at number 8 now, and this is Nusa. Somehow, he's only 66 rated in this year's game. I thought he would get a much higher rating. He's going to be an absolute superstar. I'm going to sneeze. Oh no. Woo! I managed to catch it. But anyway, Nusa, 86 pace. Play him on the left. Believe me, left winger. That's where you want Nusa. Improve his shooting, improve his passing, because his dribbling's already very good. Don't worry about defending and physicality. He is going to be an absolute superstar. One to look out for sure. Left wing, do it. Up next, we have our first gold player. Some people might think this is a little bit of a boring one, but let's be honest. If you sign for Real Madrid, your stats are going to be inflated, mental stats. So Gula has been given a 77 rating. Debatable. I don't know if he's really done enough to justify that, but his potential is going to be wild. He's just joined Real Madrid, so I don't know if we'll be able to sign him right away, but what if we loaned him for a season? You could loan him at some of the best clubs around the world and give him minutes for sure. He's going to have incredible stats and, of course, a massive potential. So maybe a loan to buy, but definitely a player that can play behind the striker. You could get away with him on the wings, maybe even a little bit deeper. He's got pretty good defending, not incredible, but he's not a complete useless defensive player. But of course, you want him behind the striker. You want him play him in your number 10 role. Up next, we have another gold player. We have Bakayoko, PSV player. Obviously, in the news a lot this summer because there was a potential move to the Premier League, which didn't go through. Superb player, 75 rating. I think his potential in the current game is around 86, 87. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same, maybe even a little bit higher for the next game, and he's going to be incredible. 86 pace, 66 shooting, 66 passing, very decent. The dribbling, and he is left-footed, great at cutting in and whacking those shots. Now, the rest of the players are all silver, so these are definitely a little bit more interesting, maybe. Up next, we have Ben Seguir. This is a young French striker or centre-forward playing for Monaco. Very, very exciting player. I wish he had an in-game face because, honestly, how Arsenal would this signing be? I want to get him in my Arsenal career mode, but you know I like to have real faces. But anyway, he could be a cam. I do look at his stats and think, maybe an attacking midfielder, but he is more of a striker from what I can tell. Needs work physically, but again, there's something about seeing a player with high pace, high dribbling, and also very good shooting. he's going to be a superb road to glory type player. I think he's only 17 or 18, so you'd be able to sign him relatively cheap as well. 72 rated in the new game. Next, silver. We need a goalkeeper in the list. Now, to be fair, Bazunu in real life didn't impress me as much as I thought he would when he got that move to Southampton. But he is still a very good goalkeeper. And in FIFA, he's got one of the highest potentials for a young goalkeeper. He's just been relegated with Southampton. You would be able to pick him up pretty cheap. He's got a real face as well. 71 rated. Huge potential of around 85 or more. Might be a little bit less going into the new game. We don't know potentials just yet, but I would estimate that Bazunu will have at least 84 potential. But the thing is, potential isn't that important anymore because of dynamic potential and training, and you can create any powerhouses in any position with any rating pretty much. So in terms of goalkeepers, I think he might still be right up there as one of the best to sign. We're going into my top 3 now. In third, we have a left back. Now, you're probably thinking, his stats aren't particularly great for a left back. What do you guys think I'm going to say next? I think we could be looking at a little bit of a Zinchenko type left back here. Convert him to central midfield and you will have an absolute monster. Left-footed, of course, but get this. He is 6'3", and right now in the current FIFA, he has a potential of 86. I think he might actually be potentially my number 1 signing to make at some point. Again, doesn't have a real face as far as I know. There might be one coming in the new game. And of course, we'll get confirmation of potential soon. But in terms of an all-rounder, you could play him left centre-back, you could play him left back, left wing back, left centre mid, DM. You could play him anywhere with those stats. 81 physicality. Oh my God. Get him in your team. He's going to be a bargain as well. 73 rated. I think he's about 20. I might need to just double check that. But he's going to be one of the best signings you can make. But we're going to go into number 2 now. And that is Rico Lewis from Man City. Again, maybe not the most exciting, but his potential is going to be remarkable. I think he might have a face in the new game. I might need to double check that one as well. His picture is awful, by the way. He looks high. He's got the hair of a god. But let's face it, he's a very exciting player. If you're getting into this Man City team at that age, you're going to get a huge potential in FIFA, that's for sure. And again, the versatility. Right back, into midfield, right mid, potentially, a wide midfielder in a 3 at the back formation, like basically a wing-back winger. Unbelievable talent, and it wouldn't surprise me if he has, 88, 89, something like that potential. So, huge. But my number 1 signing to make in FC 24, I almost said FIFA, I think I might change my mind in a couple of weeks' time, but I think Zaire Emery from PSG, 74 rated. Just look at that card. Look at his stats. He's a centre mid, but cam? I mean, easily could play him as a cam. You could play him as a winger if you wanted to. 75 pace, 62 shooting, 71 passing, 75 dribbling, 69 defensive, physical as well, 71. He is going to be incredible. But I'm now that I'm going through this, I'm thinking I want to swap my number 3 with my number 1. I actually think Maya might be more exciting. I don't know. It's so difficult, but let's face it. He's a PSG player. He's already, getting into the first team. He's going to be a huge player for France. He's going to have a huge potential. He's got an 88 potential right now in the current game. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him with an 89, maybe even a 90 in the new game. So Zaire Emery, is that how you say it? Zaire Emery. Really good player. Could fit in literally any team. Any team. And I just hope he has a real face. I'm going to be doing plenty of these videos this week, guys. I want to talk about all the new players and all of the new clubs that maybe we want to do career modes with, and just do some creative videos around the new game coming out soon. I think I'm done with FIFA 23, so I should say a massive thank you to everyone who's watched the content, and I cannot wait to kick off with FC 24 very soon.